The #1 team in the country is the Iowa State Cyclones. Are you kidding me? That is nuts. Oh my god, I got so distracted by Iowa State, I didn't even realize that the whole top 5 the top 10 is insane. We got Iowa State, Cincinnati, we got North Carolina, that number 3, then it's Clemson, then we got Florida, Oklahoma, Indiana moves up to number 7, then we got Washington, current day Washington. So this week we've got Illinois on the schedule, and they are a big-time matchup for us here in the Big Ten West, as Iowa, Wisconsin, Purdue, all the usual teams you'd expect to see in the top 3 here in the Big Ten West are not doing so hot. Minnesota's 3-2, they're, a respectable team, obviously. But Illinois and Nebraska here, 3-2, 3-2, and then Minnesota's 3-2. All of us sitting here at the top of the Big Ten West, so this game will decide, assuming the Minnesota, depending on what they do. But this game will separate one of these teams. Obviously, we're coming off a tough loss against Indiana at Indiana. They absolutely pounded us. And then Illinois actually started off their year barely beating an FCS school, and then losing to Cincinnati, losing to Maryland, and then beating Minnesota and beating Miami of Ohio, I believe that is. Now, as far as our quarterback situation goes, I don't feel like Adrian Martinez has been playing poorly. I just, benched him at half, obviously, against Indiana, and then we did score some points once Logan Smothers came in. But it's not like Martinez was, playing poorly in that first half. I just felt like I needed to do something to get a spark going this week, so I thought about possibly starting Smothers, but in the end, we're going to stick with AJ Martinez here at the QB. He's a senior. We're going to keep rolling with him. Now, as far as our other stats go so far in the year, we got Ramir Johnson, who's really been the dynamic guy on our offense. So apparently he's a sophomore. I thought he was a freshman this whole time, but still very young guy. 62 carries, 317 yards, 3 touchdowns on the ground. You got Martinez getting some yards, too. Obviously, Gabe Irvin Jr. Smothers has 100 yards on the ground. Austin Allen's got 3 touchdowns on 21 carries. Brody Belt's starting to get some more involved in the run game here. As far as the defense goes, we've got JoJo Dahman, who has 34 tackles that leads our team, even 10 of them for loss. No picks, no sacks yet, but he's been doing a lot of tackling here as the, part of the defense, I would say. As far as the sack numbers go, we got Ty Robinson, who is a sophomore DN, 6'6", 305 out of Gilbert, Arizona. Only a 79 overall, but he's got these sacks, so they kind of removed the impact player from other guys and gave it to him. We also got Damian Daniels, a defensive tackle from Duncanville, Texas, a senior. And then Ben Still, a senior from Nebraska. I'm sorry, that's Papillion, Nebraska. And then Garrett Nelson from Scottsbluff, Nebraska, who is going to be back next year. He's a junior right now. And this is pretty intimidating. Their tackle leader with 42 on the year, 12 for loss, and 3 sacks is Owen Carney Jr., who is probably the best member of their defense, definitely stats-wise. 88 overall from West Little River, Florida. Definitely going to have to look out for him on the defensive side of the ball. So we've gotten locked out by Chad Meade, who is the super speedy white corner I was going after. Probably not worth trying to, unlock the unlocked attribute and trying to go after him, so we're just going to remove him. Now, as far as recruiting goes, we got this defensive end, Brian Rush, out of Brookfield, Illinois, that we're going after. Nobody is really going after him too hard here, and I just did some scouting on him, and he's actually very solid, so I'm definitely going to be throwing a scholarship on him here, and then offering him some more recruiting points as well. We also saw Jimmy Horner last week, a tackle. He's a pass-blocking guy, but he's still pretty good at run blocking, so we're going to give him some more points as well now that we've got some more freed up. We also got this JUCO receiver, David Wilson. He's a 3-star, but he's an 80 overall out of, I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that town in Kansas, but nobody's really going after him. We're going to offer him a scholarship as well and also start to go after him some more. We're also going to remove Tyler Lucas here from our board because he's a guy who Michigan's really going hard after, and I'm just not really too interested in going after him with any more points because we've also got Thomas Justice here, who we are in the lead on as a guard. And then we also got this guy, Marcus Pugh, who we could go after, who I'm definitely going to put some points into here, as we're just going to bump that up a bit. We've already got the lead on Cronin here, but I don't want to miss out on him because he doesn't have that much interest in me, so we're just going to bump him up to 400 here. And then I've had an idea for next season. I've got an idea for what I want my playbook to look like next season on offense, and that would be involving more receivers in it. Maybe not more receivers, but there will be a little bit more passing element and variety to the passing game next season. So I do want to try to get John Bonner here if we can, the 5-star receiver from Kendall Lakes, Florida. So we're definitely going to offer him some more points as well. And then Dominique Cronin is also ready to visit us, so we are going to schedule a visit for a big-time game for him. We're going to have him come to the Iowa game and see if that really makes or break us here. We can really impress him with this, so we're going to, throw that on there for him. Adam Pearson, the 5-star running back from Paramus, New Jersey, is also interested in visiting us, and he is, I believe we're his number 3 team, but I think we're behind both West Virginia and Missouri, but it's really neck and neck. And I would like him to be able to get a lot of points here. So I did see that his stadium atmosphere is one of his bonuses. So I feel like we should be able to, really convince him with, at least I think this is how it works. I have no idea. But if we schedule a visit for like the Wisconsin game, he might be able to really get it popping. Antonio Gilbert, the 5-star scrambling quarterback we're going after, we're going to have him come to the Iowa game as well as Dominique Cronin. Evan Gonzalez, the center we're going after, is also eligible to visit. We're going to have him come later in the season as well against the Penn State game. Rich Collier, he's an outside linebacker from Nebraska. He's got us as the number 1 team. Shouldn't take too much to really impress him here. So I think we're just going to have him come against the Illini this week, see what we can do in this game. Kelvin Huff, a safety we're going after, is ready to visit as well. We're already his number 1 team, so we're also going to have him come with a complimentary visit with the outside linebacker in the Illinois game. That guard, Thomas Justice, I was talking about, is also interested in visiting us. He's already got a bunch of visits scheduled, so we are going to... he's getting a lot of points from Florida State. That is brutal. It's not too big of a jump. I would like him to actually come to a game, so we're going to give him this and hope that we just have, by then, we have an upgrade to boost visits. Joe Hayes, an athlete we've got, we're going to schedule his visit as well. We're already his number 1 team, so we're going to do the Illinois game for him. After a brutal loss on the road last week, Wilbur Fisher's Nebraska Cornhuskers now travel back home as they will play host to the Illinois Fighting Illini. It's Cornhuskers, Illini. Let's do it. Brandon Peters and the Illini start things off here on offense as he's going to hand things off to impact running back Chase Brown as he stiff arms a man and picks up a 1st down in the ground game for Illinois. And move things on to the next set of downs. Peters going to dump it off to his tight end Ford as he picks up 8. Now it's a 2nd and 2 upcoming. Peters dropping back, fires over the middle, finds Donnie Navarro III, and he is going to find himself a 1st down as well as the Illini seamlessly moving the chain so far here in the game. As he gets hit here, he throws this one up and almost picked off by Deontay Williams Sr., but instead it's just incomplete. Now 2nd and 10, Peters in the shotgun, immediately dumping it to Bryant. He's pushed out, it's 3rd and 1. Strong eye now, Peters, handoff Brown. He's got a 1st and more. Stiff arms a man, and he is finally dragged down by Garrett Nelson at about the 20-yard line. Strong eye formation once again. Now it's McCray, the backup running back, as he breaks 3 tackles. Count them, 1, 2, 3, and finds pay dirt. As Illinois strikes first in this one, it's now 7-0 for the Illini. So Nebraska on offense here. Martinez somehow gets the pitch off to Brody Belt, but it doesn't matter because it's a 6-yard loss anyway. Brutal way to start. It's a 3rd and 12 upcoming now. Martinez going to air one up. Cannot find a receiver with it though, so 4th and 12, they would punt it back to the Illini. So Brandon Peters back in the strong eye for his offense. It's a play action, and Donnie Navarro III, just a completely broken coverage from the Cornhuskers defense. Nobody near him, 66 yards to the house, and Illinois takes a 14-0 lead here with 4:40 left in the first. Now Martinez running the option, pitches to Johnson, no gain. 2nd and 10. in the flex bone once again. Option once again. Martinez pitches, and this time it's going to be a fumble as Johnson could not catch it and the Illini recover. So they're on offense now. Chase Brown picks up a first down in the game, 13 yards up the middle. New sets it down, 2nd and 10 for the Illini out of the I form. A handoff, Chase Brown. He's going to stumble his way through a few defenders into the end zone, and now both running backs on the day have touchdowns for Illinois, and it's a 21-0 lead, and we aren't even close to being done with the first quarter here, and the Nebraska offense still cannot move the balls. They lose 3 yards there on first down. 2nd and 13. It's a curl route to Omar Manning. He picks up 8. It's a 3rd and 6, a bit more manageable. Martinez dropping back, finds Gabe Irvin Jr. on a curl and picks up the first down. So they finally move the chains here. 2:30 left in the quarter. Martinez stepping up, fires out to Johnson in the flats, and he is flattened for a loss. So 3rd and 11 now as nothing going was on 2nd down. Martinez trying to get something here, finds Torre. If he caught that, he would have had the first down, but instead it goes down as a drop. And now Illinois is back on offense. 3rd and 9. All the time in the world in the pocket, finds Navarro once again. He's got space, and he's dragged down by JoJo Dahmen at about the 30-yard line. So Peters in the shotgun once again, all the time in the world, somehow squeezes this one in to Pat Bryant, picks up the first down, and there was pass interference on the play, so just a whole bunch of stuff going against the Cornhuskers here. So 1st and goal here towards the end of the first quarter. Peters finds Sandy, and he gets in the end zone. That's 28 points for the Illinois offense here in the first quarter as Nebraska is getting absolutely throttled here at home. Adrian Martinez, though, on offense now, and he picks up a first down on the ground. Finally, moving the chains. I believe that's for like a 3rd time this game. So now running the option, Martinez pitches to Johnson. He's going to truck a man over, get about 7 in the run game, brings up 3rd and 1 out of the full house pistol. Handoff Austin Allen, the big fella, gets the first down, crosses midfield. Now they're finally in Illinois territory. Out of the flex bone, Martinez drops back, cannot get away from the pressure as he's going to be sacked for a big loss. Brings up a 3rd and 21 for the Cornhuskers on offense here. Martinez is going to air this one out. Omar Manning has it, but it is broken up and cannot secure the catch. So they punt it right back to Illinois. 3:50 left in the quarter, in the second quarter now, as Peters finds Pat Bryant. Big first down. Move things on later in the drive. They're pretty deep inside Nebraska. They're not deep inside, decently inside Nebraska territory now, but now pretty deep inside after a completion on an in route and then another completion on a corner, and they are just racking up first down after first down here on the Husker defense. Peters now play action rollout, finds McCray, picks up a first down, stiff arms a man right off him, and he just walks into the end zone as this game got out of hand fast. And as you can see, we are just skipping the rest of it as Illinois absolutely blew our doors off here at home. And even in the sim, they are putting up points and we just aren't. Final score on this one was something like 54-7, something like that. I don't even know the exact score. All I know is Illinois just absolutely took it to us. Absolutely nothing went well for the Cornhuskers here on this day. Literally the only positive thing to happen for Nebraska was Will Honus had a pretty decent day defensively because the defense was out there so much. 12 tackles, 3 of them for loss. While on Illinois' side, Brandon Peters had a big day through the air, 3 touchdowns, 263 yards. Owen Carney Jr., the defensive end I was concerned about heading into it, he also had a big day, 5 tackles, 3 of them for loss. He had a sack, a fumble recovery. But now all the Cornhuskers can do is put that one in the rearview mirror and look forward to next week as they will be taking on the Purdue Boilermakers in West Lafayette. So with that being said, that's going to wrap things up here for this edition of the Nebraska Dynasty. I've been your host, Jerseyborn, and I am saying goodbye.